Greetings, YouTube. I'm back at it in the tractor, moving some firewood today. It's been a while since I uploaded a tractor video. I've actually gotten a couple kind of part-time weekend, weeknight jobs with a tractor. One was clearing land. One was actually just with the tiller, basically tilling up this guy's property and taking out the bushes that were there so we could plant grass seed, and then game plot. And I'm still working on the land clearing one that I mentioned first. That one actually has got a lot of popple trees that tractor's more than capable of pushing them over. It just takes a lot of work, a lot of time to get that one done. So today it's raining a little bit, so I thought I would move some firewood and kind of upload a new video. I'm experimenting with this new camera system. I actually got a little mount on my dash now, so that way I don't have to hold the phone, or no one else does, and so I can just take the videos that way. Hopefully it looks good on your end. I know you see a lot of the hood and you can't really see right where the edge of the grapple is when I put it down, but hopefully you still get something out of it. I've almost got 100 hours now on the Mahindra. So I have probably 100 hours on this. I probably have 200 hours on the grapple now. And I've probably put 20 hours or so on the tiller already. The summer's been really busy with my game plots and a couple neighbors' game plots, and then I was hired to do a few. So it's been a good year for work around here. The economy's still doing pretty strong, so people got a little bit of extra money to put into hobbies. I actually had my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, my other brother-in-law, they came help me with that pile. Actually, they did probably 75% of the cutting with that pile, and I did 100% of the tractor work. Leave the hard work to those guys, I guess. But they helped me out a lot, and I think in that pile is enough for about a year and a half, but kind of hedging my bet this year. Last winter was really long, so I'm gonna pile up enough wood where I don't have to worry about it. You can see it's raining just a little bit. That's what that little bit imperfection in the camera is. It's a nice day to move wood because you can't do much else. I will say, for uprooting trees, this thing is pretty impressive on how well it does. I had to uproot a bunch of popples, and maybe at some point I'll turn the camera on when I go out there. It's pretty hard for me to use the camera and operate at the same time because everything's happening at such a low angle. You really can't see anything with this dash mount. But cleaning out tons of trees. I probably pulled right around 50 trees already. Biggest one, actually there was one oak that was probably about 6 inches. It's pretty big to uproot if you've ever tried. And it actually went really well. And specifically, it has a lot to do with the grapple. The teeth on this grapple, this Jenkins iron steel grapple, are just amazing. I have abused them intensely, and there is no imperfections on the front of that grapple. The teeth are just as solid as the day they were made, which is very impressive because I really wrench on the grapple a lot. Even the claws, so maybe this is someone can tell me something about hydraulics that I don't know, but the down pressure on the bite on the two thumbs is kind of sad. You can grab stuff and pick up, but as far as pulling with the thumbs is very challenging. They just don't have the strength. But that also could be because how the tractor hydraulics are designed, that it's not a third function, it's a diverter valve. So instead of a knuckle, you get the thumbs when you press the button on the loader handle. But they just do not have any power, which is even more interesting considering when I knuckle with this thing, I think I have more knuckle strength than I have lift strength. Because there's times where I can get the thing to knuckle and pick up stuff where the actual lift function doesn't have the juice to lift something. And it's generally when I got the grapple under a tree and I'm trying to pick it up. But I could just not be very hydraulic smart on how that works, and maybe there's some physics to that I just don't understand. But I don't know. Sometimes with the thumbs, they're a little bit disappointing because you think you're going to get more out of them than you really are. I will say, going for that rock style grapple, the see-through is really the way to go on a tractor. You don't realize that compared to a skid steer, you cannot see where the edge of your... Oh, you saw a bunny? Good deal.
It's by your wood.
It's by my wood? Yeah, he probably was living in this wood pile. And now he's getting kicked out because we're taking all the wood away. There might be a bunny that ends up living in the wood pile by the boiler. But the see-through grapple really works nice when you want to get close to something and rip at it. And even now, getting it level on the ground so I don't dig into the earth. You can see I'm picking the wood right off the ground. And I'm doing a better job than I did last year of not grabbing a bunch of earth with it. Other than that, things are going pretty good. It's kind of soft everywhere around here. Maybe you could see, maybe you couldn't, but I left a big patch of earth by the garage there. I ripped up when I was loading up all that firewood because I probably made 50 trips, and yeah, not a big surprise, but it ripped up the earth really good. You know, I can get away with even doing it 5 times, but after a while, you know, no matter how soft you are with it and how gentle your tires are, you are going to rip stuff up if you keep using it. So just kind of a fact of life whenever you're going to really use an area. So I try to use this back trail because nobody minds if I rip this up. I don't know what the lift height on this thing is, but it's pretty dang good. I can go a long ways up. Don't hit me. I don't think it hit me.
What did you say?
I didn't want that piece of wood to hit me. I was rolling down the hill. Just didn't want it to hit the tractor. I got tools on the front. I could fall off.
Daddy,
Yeah.
when I look like you and let Dad will you, and I will be strong, and I will, when I'm doing this, and your tractor will not get broken.
Okay.
See, that's why your tractor can't get broken.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta go and fix it.
Yeah.
See, I don't want Daddy's tractor to get broken.
I don't want my tractor to get broke either. That would be bad news.
And that would be sad.
That would be sad. I'd be sad. I put a few holes in tires before. I've actually been really fortunate. I haven't put a single hole in this thing in a tire yet. And I'm pretty notorious for putting a hole or two in every year, everything I've ever owned. And it's not because I've been gentle. I've been lucky with this thing, and I think just how this thing's tires are designed, they're really good. I know the back ones, I think they're just straight up tubeless, but you can put the beet juice in them if you want. It's kind of tempting, but this thing's already so dang heavy, I don't know that I want to make it heavier. I'm kind of reluctant to do that. That time I grabbed a little bit of earth to let the grapple sink a little bit. I'm just trying to clean up this wood over here because I'm hand splitting the big stuff and where I can't get in the boiler door, or it's too dang heavy. So I'm just trying to clean it up, get the small pieces out of here. All right. Well, if you have any questions, you'd like to see something, let me know. I have been kind of debating what I'm going to do for the future of YouTube. Not that everything's going terribly, but the path to ever making money on YouTube is a long ways for me. So, you know, I'm kind of just undecided what to do. I don't know if any other creators out there have the same issue. You know, who's Louisiana Aquaponics is getting big enough now where he can probably getting ready to start monetizing. But I'd be curious to hear other people's thoughts. It's kind of a fun thing to do, and I did it really so people could see what machines could do what. I didn't know if there was a lot of good mid-sized tractor stuff out there. So now I don't know, I kind of accomplished my goal, and I'm not sure what I want to do with it anymore. I like crossbows, I like tractors, I wouldn't mind guns, but I don't actually get out and shoot much. Mostly mow the lawn and work at home. So, I don't know. I'm kind of curious if anybody else has any bright ideas. I don't think doing the stuff I do, I'm going to grow very rapidly, which, it's not the worst thing in the world, but this is just another job then, one that I don't make any money at. So, I don't know. I'm not complaining. I just don't know what to do. If you got any smart guy advice, I'd be glad to hear it. But until next time, see you later.